Okay, this is another contact me communication spell. It's different from previous ones, a little bit different. So, what I need you to do is get the photograph of yourself and your person of interest. Uh, you'll be binding them together face to face with honey, but for now, get the person of interest's picture and write your name on his forehead or her forehead, and that gets him or her thinking about you. So, do that, and then we're going to put the pictures face to face. I call on Mercury for communication. Mercury is excellent for that. So it's just to write a simple petition up to Mercury for help. Uh, or you could call on Venus, or you could call on, any of your spirits. But I'm calling on Mercury. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is on the back of his photograph, I've put a little air sign. You could use clouds. You could use, what's the other one? Wings. Whatever you think, that symbolizes air. So I'm writing, please, let's say John Doe, make contact with Jane Doe as soon as possible. I petition Mercury to make this happen. As soon as possible. And so it is done. Or so mote it be, whatever you like to write. Okay, so some people put a pentagram in there. I'm not doing that. You could write sincerely, something along those lines. So I'm going to sign that off as the client, even though I'm not the client. I'll put the client's name in there and I will fill in those two blanks with the names. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do now is put some of my convince oil on his photograph. So I'm going to have to be very careful here because we want to convince him to come back, or even make contact first and then come back. Okay, and let's see what else I can. Need some Mercury oil. Again, I'm anointing his picture. Okay. Now, I'm going to just fill these names in because I would like to, sorry, just 1 second. Okay. I'm going to pull this in towards me. This will be put into a little jar of honey simply because the client is not with me. I'll be sweetening the situation up. If you're going to do this, you put this beside your mobile phone. Or if you have like a little cover, slide that in between the phone and the cover. If you don't have a phone, you can put it underneath your laptop. Whatever iPads, things like that. Any way that you have of communication, should I say, put that close by and just let it stay there until you hear from the person. It isn't an effective kind of spell. It's very, very different. I've seen many variations of this kind of working, but I wanted to incorporate Mercury into it because, like I said, Mercury is very good for communication. I'm sure you've noticed people talking about Mercury retrograde. I've noticed that whenever Mercury is in retrograde, I have complete technological breakdowns here in this house. Everything just goes completely balmy. So, anything that's to do with communication, be it my laptop, be it my phone, I have a lot of issues with regards to whenever Mercury goes into retrograde. So it shows that it's doing something to your communication. So yeah, I've noticed that many times, that, yeah, this Mercury retrograde is not something to be, brushed over, because I mean, my PC, the last time Mercury went into retrograde, everything went down in the house here. It's just mad, so it was. But anyway, I digress. Very quick, very simple. So what I'll be doing is putting in the honey. I'll do that. I forgot to actually put it in between the pictures, so that you're sticking the two faces together and they're looking into each other's eyes. Okay. So I have peace powder. Okay. I'm putting that, make a little packet out of it, and then I'm going to put it in a jar. Brown sugar to further sweeten the situation up. Let's see. Some cemetery, no, not cemetery, church dirt. Okay, and come to me powder. I should have some communication oil. Another good thing. You don't need all these, so just go with what you have. Okay. And I'll be burning a yellow candle on top of the jar to Mercury, with Mercury oil on the candle. I'm going to be putting some catnip in here and some deer's tongue as well. And really, that's about it. So we can see how things go. The client, she can do this at her side. She doesn't have to call on Mercury. You just do this yourself. Just write a little note with the air sign. Write a letter to the person saying you want to hear from them very soon. Sign it off and see how it goes. I've gone a step further by doing a sweetening spell and also calling on Mercury. So, I petitioned Mercury and I'm not finished yet. So I have to get the candle prepared and the jar prepared. But that's all I'm doing here at the moment. I just wanted to put that out there. It's thehouseofmagick@gmail.com. If any of you do this spell, let me know. I'm always interested in people's results. So yeah, I'm going to get this placed in a jar. I'm going to bind this actually with some yellow yarn and place it in a jar and get the candle ready, and that's it. And we'll see how things go. So houseofmagick@gmail.com.